and welcome to Perspectives for Wednesday, January the 4th, 2017. I'm Deacon Pedro. We begin in Rome, where Pope Francis continued his series on Christian hope during his weekly general audience. Today, the Holy Father spoke of the pain of a parent who loses a child. He based his reflection on the wife of Jacob, Rachel, who the prophet Jeremiah says wept bitter tears for her children in exile. In the book of Genesis, we learn that Rachel, who was the mother of Joseph the dreamer, died in childbirth when her second son Benjamin was born. But the prophet Jeremiah talks about her inconsolable grief at the loss of her children who've been sent into exile. There are no words or gestures, the Pope said, that can console a mother faced with the tragedy of losing a child. Rachel's pain, he said, encapsulates the suffering of all mothers and the tears of all people who weep for an irreparable loss. And yet God responds to Rachel's tears, the Pope said, promising that her children will return to their homeland. The bitter tears of this woman become the seeds of new life and generate new hope.
Quando qualcuno si rivolge a me e mi fa domande difficili, per esempio, ma mi dica, padre, perché soffrono i bambini?
Pope Francis spoke of his own reaction to people who ask him why children suffer. I don't know what to reply, he said. I simply say, look at the cross. God gave us his Son. He suffered, and perhaps you will find a reply there. The Son of God entered into our human suffering, the Pope concluded, sharing our pain and welcoming death. From the cross, he gave new life to Mary, making her the mother of all believers. Through Mary's and Rachel's tears, he fulfills the words of the prophet and generates new hope. At the end of the general audience, Pope Francis expressed his sorrow and concern upon hearing news of the prison riots that took place in Brazil this past Monday in the jungle city of Manaus. More than 50 people were killed, making the riots the deadliest in Brazil in 2 decades. The Holy Father called for prayer for those who have died, for their families, for all the inmates of that prison, and for those who work there. The Pope also renewed his appeal that prisons might be places of re-education and reintegration into society, and that the conditions of life of prisoners might be worthy of human persons. Brazil's Justice Minister on Tuesday proposed an overhaul of the penal system to address prison overcrowding. The minister, Alexandre de Moraes, said his country needed to improve conditions in jails, which are home to an estimated 600,000 inmates. And in the United States yesterday, House Speaker Paul Ryan, who is Catholic, was re-elected Speaker of the House of Representatives. According to the Pew Research Center, the religious makeup of the 115th Congress is significantly Christian, 91%, with Catholics comprising 1/3 of the House of Representatives and about 1/4 of the Senate. Of the 293 Republicans in the new Congress, all but 2 are Christian, 27% are Catholic. Democrats in Congress also are predominantly Christian, 80%. 37% are Catholic. Among the non-Christians, Jews hold 30 seats in Congress. There are 3 Hindus, 3 Buddhists, 2 Muslims, and 1 who describes herself as unaffiliated. And finally, Pope Francis has named the Most Reverend Bishop William McGrattan as the 8th Bishop of Calgary. Bishop McGrattan will be replacing Bishop Frederick Henry, who has been Bishop of Calgary since 1998. Bishop McGrattan is currently the Bishop of Peterborough, where he was assigned after being an auxiliary bishop in Toronto for 5 years. The installation Mass for Bishop McGrattan will take place in Calgary on February 27, 2017. Salt and Light will be there, so you'll be able to join us as we celebrate with Calgary and their new bishop. So congratulations to Bishop Bill, and congratulations to Calgary. And that's all for today. For more news, insight, reflections, and excellent programming, visit our website, saltandlighttv.org.